The movie I've chosen for this week's review is Phoenix, a film noir film that came out in the late 90s. It has many stars to its incredible cast, including Ray Liotta, Anthony LaPaglia, Angelica Houston, Daniel Baldwin, Jeremy Piven, and Tom Noonan.
Pardon me if you can. Movie reviews.
Harry Collins, Ray Liotta, is a veteran Phoenix, Arizona police detective with as many vices as virtues. Harry is a gambling degenerate but has a very strict moral code, which complicates things when his gambling debts start to spiral out of control. The situation goes from bad to worse when Harry hatches a scheme with fellow cops Mike, Anthony LaPaglia, James, Daniel Baldwin, and Fred, played by Jeremy Piven, to rip off a strip club owner and sleazy loan shark to pay off the bookies. Harry's only chance for salvation may be in his relationship with a bar owner played by Angelica Houston, who tries to steer him into the right direction as his past catches up on him. This is a straight-to-video film noir film that came out in 1998 during the height of the Quentin Tarantino influence. So this movie has very slick dialogue, very cool and tough characters and criminals, and very beautiful femme fatales. This is the director Danny Cannon's follow-up film from the awful movie Judge Dredd, and after Phoenix he went on to make I Still Know What You Did Last Summer, and continues to have a very successful career in television. The cast is fantastic. Anthony LaPaglia plays Mike, a terrifying standout as a horrible crooked cop, but his friendship and loyalty to the core group add so much more dimensions to his characters. Rather than just being a straightforward corrupt cop, he seems to really care for his friend Harry, and understands his friend is a good guy, but he himself can never be a straight arrow like him. Mike works part-time as a debt collector for a ruthless loan shark, and in one scene he forces a victim who can't pay back the loan, he forces sex from his wife to buy him more time. It is an ugly, unforgiving scene. What makes Mike so scary is how that scene seems so routine, like he's done it many times before. Anthony LaPaglia brings so much to the role when it could just easily be a straightforward corrupt cop. I think Anthony LaPaglia is a fantastic actor. His subtle gestures, the way he uses language, I think he just owns this role as a very corrupt cop. Jeremy Piven and Stephen Baldwin aren't just simple goons who stand in the background. The quality of their performances just brings their characters to life, and you get a strong understanding of where each of them are coming from. The big standout in this movie is Ray Liotta, and I'm actually struggling to think of a bad film that Ray Liotta has actually been in. Like, he's been in bad films, but has Ray Liotta ever been bad in a movie? I just couldn't think of any. In Phoenix, he plays a detective who is a degenerate gambler. In a world of corruption, he is trying to be good. He sweats and bleeds and always seems to be trying his best, despite his self-destructive hobby. In a world that offers no hope and escape, his heart and efforts at least shine through, and he is given a great moment of time to form a relationship with a bartender played by Angelica Houston. A really interesting relationship that seems to be the only resemblance of a soul in this city. And this is a very dark world that Danny Cannon has created, obviously getting a lot of lessons from Judge Dredd. He creates these very dark interiors that's very smoky lit. There's so much aging and grime in all the set pieces. It seems like the city itself is struggling not to wither away from all the corruption and the crime. There are some really sexy girls in the film. One in particular is a very young and stunning Brittany Murphy, and also look out for Kari Vora as the femme fatale. The other standouts in this film is Tom Noonan, the loan shark of the film, with a very distinctive lisp. I love the detail Tom Noonan brought to the role. It just makes it so memorable, and credit to the directors and editors and producers for giving these characters so much time on screen so these actors can bring forth these details that they brought to their performances. Tom Noonan's character has a very distinctive lisp. His way with words and how he actually apologizes to Harry for beating him up makes him such a distinctive villain. And in a display of power, Giancarlo Esposito's character Louis forces a sexual act from one of his new stripper employees, while Anthony LaPaglia's character watches in delight. These small moments makes everything stand out in Phoenix. I think this is a very solid film, and just all the cast specifically in this film bring forth such great and subtle detail that makes this film stands out in a genre packed full of these Tarantino wannabe movies. And I think Phoenix is a real hidden gem from the late 90s. If you haven't checked out this film, you gotta go rent it out. It's a fantastic cast and an awesome, fantastic crime story.
Thanks for watching. If you like what you see, please hit the subscribe button. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. Check out our podcast at www.podmeyifyoucan.com.